Hey, everybody. Thought I'd come up with a pretty useful one here for most of us, especially when we start hitting our 70s and 80s. We start cleaning things up and thinking about life, and most of us don't want to leave a mess for our heirs. And so I wanted to run through 5 things that can really help your heirs and help things go a lot smoother after your passing. So let's start with a basic one. You got to have documents. You got to have either a will-based plan or a trust-based plan. Got a whole series on that on this YouTube page. You've got to get this in order. No matter what state you live in, it's either a will-based plan or a trust-based plan. There's about, I think, 18 different states that allow beneficiary deeds. So for most people in those states, the will-based plans work best. But for the states that don't have beneficiary deeds, holy cow, you got to have a trust. You don't have any choice. If you own a house, the only way for you to get that from yourself to your heir is either through a trust or they have to go through probate. And that's not pretty. Don't wait for probate. Try to keep those heirs out of probate. It makes it easier. Then, number 2, consolidate and organize investments and bank accounts. Unfortunately, I see this quite often. I sit down, start talking to somebody new. We start kind of running through where everything is. And 3 pages of notes later, I've got 37 accounts, 10 bank accounts. And sometimes we just have this junk drawer of investments. I got this one in 1984. I got this one in 1992. I got this one, And you just accumulate all of these strange accounts with money in them. For various reasons. So start cleaning this up. Really, we need a checking account, a savings account. We need IRA investments, Roth investments, and after-tax investments. And we should have a good, clean place for our heirs to figure out where all this money is. Okay, the more accounts you have, the more mistakes that get made, the more beneficiaries you forget to put on. Things change and you have to constantly update these accounts. So it's easier to have less of them, or at least an advisor that can help you with those things and be a resource for those heirs. Okay. So next one is prepay funeral expenses, or at minimum have an account, which is the next one, to be real honest. You got to have your wishes known. Look, I'm in my 40s still. I'm clinging onto my 40s. And honestly, I don't have any feelings either way, whether cremation or just feed me to the whales. I don't care. But I'm sure most people have a feeling as to whether they want to be buried or cremated or this or that, or somebody wants to throw a party or whatever the case may be. Whatever it is that your wishes are, come up with those wishes, write down those wishes, make sure your heirs have an idea, because if you can pre-handle some of this, I know my mother-in-law already has a pre-bought plot and paid for funeral expense type thing. It's going to make things easier for those heirs that are grieving. Because I watch people scramble and put together funerals in absolute despair and grief, and it's not fun and easy, and they're screaming and yelling, and it's terrible in most cases. So please have some wishes, have those heirs have a clean, concise way and a path for them to go when it comes to burial and parties and whatever else that you want to do. Okay. The next one is create that separate bank account for other final expenses. Okay, so look, I specifically talked about funeral because this is something where some people have strong wishes. God forbid something happened to me. I told my wife, do whatever you want. It's for you because I'm gone and I don't care what happened to me. And that's my personal thing. And that's fine. And I'm sure that will evolve and change later in life for me. But right now, it doesn't matter. But that's not fair to my wife, right? I should put some wishes together, because otherwise she's going to struggle with it when she's in the middle of grieving. So the other side of this is I've seen a lot of people with trusts that don't have a bank account in the trust name. Please, if you have a trust, there should be a bank account that is in the name of the trust. That will help your heirs so much. And then on top of that, even if you don't have a trust, if you just have a bank account with maybe the one child that's going to be responsible for everything after you pass away, have an account that has their name on it. Okay, I don't say put their name on your house, not on all your investment. No, one little bank account with limited amount of money in it that has their name on it, so they have quick access to do things like pay a mortgage payment if they have to, or this or that. You know, there's lots of little stuff that pops up. You know, flowers for the funeral, notification cards that they have to send out to all the family and friends, things like that. So have an account with a little bit of money in it just to help out in case of your passing. Then the last one is create an instructional document and share it. Okay, legal documents like wills and trusts are in legal jargon that nobody understands. Nobody enjoys reading that except lawyers, right? They make this as technical and difficult as they can make it because they want somebody to call them and have them explain it to them for an hourly fee. So write your wishes out in layman's terms. I wanted Billy Sue to get the grandfather clock, and I want my jewelry to go to this person. And, you know, my intent is to split everything 50-50 amongst the two kids. It's this. I love you guys. And put all your thoughts into this in your own words. And attach a list of accounts and passwords to it. Because if they don't know how to get into anything and they can't find any passwords and they don't know where your money is and they don't know where anything is, it's a scavenger hunt and stuff gets missed and problems occur. Okay, so you want to make something very, very helpful. The most helpful thing you could do is lay out your wishes in your own personal layman's terms, no legal jargon, and attach a list of accounts and passwords and make sure that people you trust either know where to get it or you trust them enough to give it to them and say, open upon my death. Okay, so important. You don't have to give them all these passwords and everything right now. You can just put it somewhere and tell them where to get it if anything happens to you. And that better not be a safety deposit box because they can't get in there, or a safe that they don't have the combo to. I've seen both cases. Be very careful about those things. All right. So hopefully that helps. These are 5 simple things you can do that will really, really help those heirs out. Let us know if we can help out in any way. I love making these videos. Give me some comments below. Shoot me an email if you got a topic you want me to touch on in a new video. Always happy to help out. Subscribe if you haven't. Trying to cross over that 1,000 mark. Shoot us an email. Give us a call. Always happy to help. See you next week.